What's going on, guys? My name is D-Star, aka Donnie, and I'm here on the DJ Booth channel to review Endless Smile by Dada Life. And I'm really excited. The plugin just came out, I think, yesterday, and we have it here. And it's now nice to give the sausage fattener a friend to live next to it, because that Dada Life folder was pretty lonely for quite some time. And yeah, let's check it out and let's get right into it. So Endless Smile for me is actually a really good idea, because one of my favorite things to do in Ableton is to build macros, specifically for build-ups. And a lot of times when I'm making dance music songs and I'm working on productions, a lot of the times I don't want to stop my flow to, you know, sit there and automate reverbs, automate delays. So of course Dada Life took the idea and, you know, took the same approach they did with the sausage fattener and built in a plugin that was one knob, very simple, and automates a build-up with this incredible graphic. And they took it to the next level. There's already been other things out there. The Bass Clef Easy Washout was, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, yeah, they took the Easy Washout and totally improved it. So I would imagine, just much like myself, that Dada Life probably used the Easy Washout for quite some time and maybe built their own types, or own variations of it, which I've seen other producers do. I actually had a preset from quite a notable production duo that modified the original Bass Clef Easy Washout. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. That was just kind of a little history, I guess, on I think how they came up with it. And yeah, so I've got my song here, Baby Show Me, which just came out about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And we're going to use the drop section, which sounds something like this. And we're going to see what it sounds like, and we're going to walk through each preset and talk about it. So we're going to start with the very first preset you see when you start it up, and that's the Fist in the Air, which is the soft side. As you progressively go, they get more extreme. So let's check it out. The graphic kills me, and notice that it goes up to 110 too. No true EDM dance music plugin would be, you know, you got to go to 110% when you're making EDM here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So pretty cool effect, pretty straightforward. Sounds like a reverb and a delay combined, maybe even a couple reverbs, along with a high pass filter and a, you know, maybe a little compression or some kind of volume automation. Also, right off the bat, if you open this up and you look at the sausage fattener, I gotta say the graphics on this one are a little bit more Retina compatible per se. This one looks a little bit older next to this guy, and the sausage just doesn't have that same sharpness to him. So, sorry, sausage fattener, you're looking old. But you gotta give it to him. The sausage fattener, despite being an incredibly simple plugin, is, man, EDM producers across the planet use that thing like crazy. So it's no surprise that this is gonna be a sick success for Endless Smile. So let's check out the next preset, that Helium Jumping, which I actually think I favor more than the first one, but I do like both of the soft ones. And that one seems to kind of cut out or eliminate the reverb in the first one. So both are pretty cool. There is a part of me that wishes I could go back here and just turn the reverb down a bit, but that is one unfortunate thing compared to using a macro. But of course, this is a lot faster. And as we know, you can automate this pretty easily, and you can even hit record and automate it and do your own thing. Or you can draw it in, of course, as well, which would be probably what I would do. But yeah, let's go to the No Limit and let's run through the rest of these presets. So it sounds like this last one removed the reverb from the first one. At least that's what it seemed like. It's crazy because I think this first one sounds like it's more aggressive than this one. This one is really clean, and I actually like this one a lot too. It seems like they actually turned the reverb down a little bit. Let's check it out again. Yeah, that's weird. This one is totally more aggressive than the medium no limit. That's kind of strange. Sounds like this one's the go-to. It turns off the delays from the first one, which clean it up a little bit. But I don't know, they're all pretty good. And I think it depends on what you're putting it on too. So sometimes snares running through delays are a little weird. If you go channel by channel or put this on your bus, it can muddy it up or create like a weird rhythm. So I could see, you know, using these on the buses and kind of, yeah, I don't know. It could be, there's different applications for each one. So let's check out the next one. This one is Face Melting Joy. Wow, the rave is strong in here. Cool, and that seems to be, you know, another typical, you know, filter, delay, maybe I don't think there's too much reverb in there. So very similar presets. We're going to get into the hard now, which is going to change it up a bit from what I've seen in the quick minute I looked at this. Notice how it just turned on there. Sorry to cut you off, but it just like switches right on at 30%. Let's keep going. That's pretty sweet. That's like a straight riser sound. It almost sounds like it's synthesizing, but it's the shepherd tone, if I'm not mistaken. It is like a shepherd tone, which is like a rising, an endless riser, which is also called the barber pole effect. And just like a barber pole, looks like it's endlessly rising. So let's listen to it. We'll put it around 60, and we'll listen to it, and we'll just kind of hear how it just continuously rises. So very cool effect, made quite known in the EDM scene by Swedish House Mafia and Leave the World Behind, and Nicky Romero used it on a bunch of his tracks as well. So let's check that out. Yeah, pretty cool. It does give the appearance that it's kind of rising all the time, although there is some points where you can kind of tell the pitch is a little bit lower. It definitely does its job. So very cool. Let's check out the next one, Broken Teeth. This one seems to be a frequency shifter, possibly on the with the shepherd tone effect as well. Let's leave it at 68 and listen to it for a second and analyze kind of what it's doing for sure. But it seems to be like a frequency shifter, similar to what's built into Ableton. Yeah, that's sick. I really like what that does because it has kind of a rhythmic sound more. Very cool, and definitely something that I haven't really seen any macros or anything use or take advantage of. So I like that a lot. And now we're at the last one, Dada Dynamite, of course, under the Extreme. And let's give this last one a run. And that one sounds like they're pushing the frequency shifter a lot harder than the previous preset, which is pretty cool. I'm going to say this right off the bat. If this is anything like the Sausage Fatter, this is going to be a wildly successful plugin, and it's well-deserved. It's a great idea. I like it. I think it sounds really dope. The filters are very clean. They sound better. It definitely doesn't sound like the Ableton filter. It's nice. There's no denying that for $39, this is well worth the money. No question. If this saves you time in your production, even if you go back later in your mixing stages and you make your own macros, you automate all your own effects. For writing songs, this is key. And I'm a really big fan of stuff that allows you to be creative quicker and let the song speak for itself. You know, or let the song get written, and then you can go back and do technical things, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So in this case, 100% with this plugin, I think it's a must-buy. for producers. But at the same time, I also can play devil's advocate and say it's going to be a very overused sound because it probably is going to be as successful as a sausage fattener, which I think to pro audio engineers and stuff like that, while it does have its place, I do think it gets a fair level of criticism, mainly because of the ridiculousness of the plugin, and people do take it a little too seriously, in my opinion. It does get its fair amount of overuse as well, and I do think that you're going to start to hear, which I haven't quite honestly heard too much frequency shifting in build-ups recently, but you always hear reverb and delay. It's going to be no surprise when you start hearing that particular effect in build-ups in the next couple of years, because this thing is going to sell like crazy. For $39, it is a no-brainer, and it's a great price point. It's right at that point where it's, you know, they're going to make their money to make it worthwhile, but you're going to be able to justify the purchase, which I respect, and I think it's a great idea. So perfect price point. But man, I think we're going to be hearing a lot of this thing in the future. Am I going to use it? Probably. You know, to be honest with you, it's awesome. I could see myself running this on a couple groups, maybe on my vocal bus and maybe on my synth bus for sure. I mean, I'm definitely going to take advantage of it. I love the bass clef easy washout. It's one of my go-tos, especially when I'm writing quickly and I'm not really trying to waste time automating and just sitting there doing, you know, I guess arbitrary tasks that only us producers really notice. At the end of the day, all of these effects are going to get that tension and that buildup that you're going to want. So I give it 2 thumbs up. I think this is a great plugin. I think it's a, you know, it's definitely filling a void in the world. There's, you know, it's a very workflow friendly plugin, and being able to use it, I'm definitely a big fan of workflow. So I like the plugin. I'm glad I got to check it out. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you liked it, if you got something out of this, if this helped sway your purchase, please hit like and subscribe. And also thank you, DJ Booth, for having me. If you don't know, my name is D-Star, and I've actually just started my own channel as well. So check that out, link below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me, and we'll see you soon. Take it easy, guys.